This is the show you all don't want to miss. The one, the only, Blinken, the Blind Gunman. Today's episode is brought to you by Scotch Duct Tape. Where there's a roll, there's a way. Use Scotch Duct Tape for all your taping needs. Our famous hero Blinken, not to be confused with Lincoln, is being chased by the deceptive villain Charles towards Devil's Gulch. Many-Limbs, Blinken's paraplegic trusted Indian companion, is taped to his horse with Scotch duct tape. Where there's a roll, there's a way, while riding on Blinken's left. He lost all of his limbs in a train wreck and vowed to help Blinken exterminate the likes of Charles. Blinken, using his echolocation techniques, senses that he is nearing a cliff. Blinken isn't able to stop in time and topples off the cliff. Ah! He senses a lone tree branch sticking out from the side of the cliff and grabs on. Many-Limbs looked on helplessly from the top. Help! Charles thinks he is within the grasp of victory, so he grabs Many-Limbs, tears him off the horse, and ties him down to the train tracks. With the ever-strong Scotch duct tape, where there's a roll, there's a way.
You'll never save your paraplegic Indian friend. Nothing can hold up to the amazing binding and sticking power of Scotch brand duct tape. Oh!
How dare you abuse the amazing power of Scotch brand duct tape for evil? You'll regret this.
Blinken pulls out his trusty Scotch brand duct tape. Where there's a roll, there's a way. He rips off a measurable length of Scotch duct tape.
Where there's a roll, there's a way.
Using echolocation, he throws the piece towards the top where its superior sticking power allows it to grab a hold of the edge, and he begins to climb up.
Help! The train is coming!
Blinken makes it to the top of the cliff and runs towards the sound of Many-Limbs' voice.
Where is you at, Many-Limbs?
Over here!
I'm on my way.
Blinken runs up to Many-Limbs and starts to untape him.
Man, this Scotch duct tape is strong.
Blinken pulls Many-Limbs away as he barely misses losing a hypothetical limb.
Blinken the Blind Gunman will be right back after this short message from our sponsors.
The tape that smiles back. Scotch tape. This tape is so powerful that if it isn't working, you haven't used enough. This tape is so great, it can be used for fixing something or even as a band-aid when you hurt yourself. You will never find a tape as strong as Scotch tape for the rest of your life. So come and buy your roll of Scotch tape today at your local convenience store. The tape that smiles back.
Now back to the adventures of Blinken the Blind Gunman.
Blinken, after pulling Many-Limbs away from the train tracks, puts him on his horse and tapes him to the back of it using Scotch duct tape. Where there's a roll, there's a way.
Thank you for helping me back to my trusty steed. Though he's not nearly as trusty as Scotch duct tape, he hasn't let me down so far.
Y'all's welcome.
We need to stop that evil Charles. He told me of his evil plans.
Oh lordy, how is he planning to ruin the world this time? What? Stealing the explosive from the arsenal? Blowing up the airstrip? All with the superior adhesive power of Scotch brand duct tape? How dastardly. We need to do something.
The two gallivant over to the town in peril, Graceville, with nothing in tow but a single revolver, 3 bullets, and 4 rolls of the leading brand of duct tape. The only one worth buying, Scotch brand.
Where do we look first? He could be anywhere.
Let's ask around at the saloon for info on that Mastucho menace.
Sure, I'll do that. But there aren't any animals allowed in there, and I'm not going to carry you in.
Why do I stick with you?
Because I got the Scotch brand duct tape that you use to stay on your horse.
Blinken ties Many-Limbs and his horse to a post outside the bar and walks inside. Suddenly, everyone gasps and turns to see Blinken walking through the doors.
Blinken, What are you doing back here? We thought you were dead.
I don't die so easy. Have you seen Charles, that vile man?
Yeah, I think he's at the Smiths.
Blinken leaves the bar, but doesn't hear what the barkeep says to the patron.
That Charles, we pay him to get rid of the blind man. He doesn't even do that.
Blinken unties the horse, and the two set off to the Smiths. Holy heavens! A bullet whizzes past Blinken's head.
Confound it! This rifle and its useless sights!
Show yourself, coward!
How would that help you in any way?
Well, it wouldn't.
He's standing on the water tower.
Get down from there and fight me like a man.
Charles goes where he pleases.
If you shoot a hole in the water tower one more time, we are going to run you out. Again.
Worry not. Even if I do, I'll fix it up with Scotch brand duct tape. It's waterproof, you know.
Enough with the chit-chat. It's time to duel.
Fine. It's the only way to end this, once and for all.
Suddenly, town people come out of nowhere and form a circle around Charles and Blinken. The two stand eyeing each other. Well, one of them is eyeing the other at least, and their hands ready to draw their pistols. A shot goes off, and everyone gasps. Find out the result of the duel next week on the next episode of Blinken, the Blind Gunman. And don't forget to pick up a roll of the trusty Scotch brand duct tape.